What's up, guys? Matt here from OddsJam, coming to you with two no-brainer college football bets to lock in for tomorrow's betting slate, Saturday, September 17th. Two sharp, easy money, no-brainer, however you want to call it, NCAAF bets for tomorrow. Of course, both of these bets were found using OddsJam. Whenever I go to start my betting process, when I'm ready to start diving in and looking at plays, the first and only place I go is OddsJam, is the Positive EV page. I know you guys have probably heard us talk about this page a ton in the YouTube channel, but it's really helpful. I can't stress it enough. If you just look, I've been using OddsJam for about a year now, almost exactly a year, up 13K, had a great day yesterday, 210 total dollars in profit on the week, had an awesome day using OddsJam. The way it works is OddsJam is taking thousands and thousands of data points, comparing lines across all the different sports books, all the different markets, pulling odds from all of the sharp sports books, and thanks to thousands of just backtesting data, tons of data being tested, backtested, determining which sports books are the sharp ones in which specific markets, in which specific sports, takes a weighted average from what those sharp sports books are pricing odds at, and then gives you the no-vig odds and provides betting opportunities where you are getting more favorable odds on another book. So this first one here, Indiana versus Western Kentucky, total points for betting on the under 62.5. This is minus 114 on FanDuel. So I'm going to go ahead and lock this one in. Just going to put a half unit on this one. Bet has been locked in. So let me, of course, now add it to my bet tracker. Tracking your bets is important. That page I showed you with all of my profit and loss and stuff like that, that all is pulled from the OddsJam bet tracker. So making sure you're tracking your bets is important. So the bet I just locked in, right? Western Kentucky, Indiana, under 62.5. The no-vig odds, which, as I mentioned, pulled from a bunch of different sports books, back tested, identifying the sharp ones, taking a weighted average on which ones are the sharpest will get more of that weighted average, and identifying the no-vig odds. In this case, prices them at about minus 116.5. The FanDuel line that we betted at, that you saw me bet it at, was at minus 114. So the gap between those two numbers is where you get your positive expected value from. Positive expected value, when you drill down the exact definition of it, it's when you are betting on opportunities that we know as the sports bettor has a better chance of occurring than the implied odds of the bet that we are placing. I know that sounds like a mouthful, so let me explain it. So the implied odds, right, of what we're betting is the FanDuel line at minus 114. So if you go to calculators, you go to odds converter calculator, you just type in minus 114, that has an implied win percentage of about 53.27%. That means if you place 100,000 zillion bets at minus 114 odds and you hit 53.27% of the time, you will break even. If you hit 53.28 and above, you will be profitable. Thanks to the no-vig line of all these different sharp sports books, we have the win percentage calculated at 53.82, above 53.27. Not a lot, not above it by a significant amount, still higher, which means that this is a profitable, positive expected value bet. Another reason why I like it, and this works well line shopping for point spreads and total points, is if you click into a play and you open it up in a new tab, it pulls lines for what every sportsbook is pricing this total at. Not necessarily the odds of 62.5, but this total in general. This total in general. And what we can see here is every other sportsbook prices the main line of this total, and we are taking it under, below this number. So we see BetMGM, we see DraftKings, WynnBet, BetRivers, prices at 61.5. We see Betfred, PointsBet, Caesars, BetOnline, which is another sharp sports book, FoxBet, priced this at 61. And then we see the OddsJam line pulled from Pinnacle, which is the sharpest sports book in the world, priced this at 60.5. All of these sports books are telling you the more likely scenario is that this total should be priced below 62.5. And we are taking that under. We're taking under 62.5. Now, I know, especially for a total this high, 60, 62, it doesn't seem like a lot when you're just thinking about the numbers, but I can assure you, if this total ends at exactly 61, you will feel like a genius because you would have lost 61.5, lost 60.5, and you would have pushed 61. You'll feel like a genius if it lands at exactly, or if it lands at exactly 62. You will feel like a genius. You would have lost every single other bet except for the one we took. Now, FanDuel is juicing these lines a little bit towards the under at -114, but it's still positive EV. If you see every other sportsbook prices it at a minimum 8 cents higher, with most books having it 10, 11 cents higher, with OddsJam being the highest at -135. So this is a really good bet. Obviously, I locked it in for $50. I just put a half unit on it. I still really like it. Western Kentucky at Indiana under 62.5, -114 odds on FanDuel. So the next one, and this bet actually just appeared here since I was recording, although it looks like it went away. As you can see, the odds are no longer there. So this one I will go ahead and hide because it's no longer available. So the next one, which is what I was originally planning on locking in, is this Michigan versus Connecticut over 59.5 on WynnBet. So not as high of an EV percent, like this 1% is your profit margin, is your percent expected value, is the percent edge you hold over the sports books, however you want to view it. This one's not as high at 0.18, but just because you see these lower percents doesn't mean that they should just be avoided. I still think you can find value in these lower percents. In this case, at 0.18, you get that value from the no vig line of all these different sharp sports books weighted average at -110.42. We locked it in on WynnBet at -110. Technically, actually, I haven't locked it in yet, so let me go ahead and do that now. Another $50 bet, just a half unit, and the bet has been placed, so we are good to go there. So let me just add this one to my bet tracker. And the logic of liking this one is the exact same. It's positive expected value, and if you view all of the other markets, so it doesn't even show 59 on the main line on here because every other book has it priced above this number. So if we scroll down, we got the 59.5 on WynnBet. As you can see, locked it in. Same logic as the previous one, just we're taking an over instead of an under. Every other book thinks that this total should be priced above this amount. 60, we have a bunch of different books, Betfred, PointsBet, Caesars, DraftKings has it at 60 and they're favoring the over. BetRivers, BetOnline, OddsJam line, even at a half point higher, is saying the most likely scenario is that it goes over 60 points. And then we have a couple books, BetMGM, FanDuel, BetRivers, FoxBet have it at 60.5. Again, I know the difference in a point doesn't seem like a lot, but when this game ends 31-29 at exactly 60, that's actually, I mean, Michigan's probably a huge favorite, so more like 40-20, whatever. When the total lands at exactly 60 and you win your overbet and you would have lost or pushed every other book, trust me, you'll feel like a genius. It's the best feeling in the world. So this is another sharp, profitable bet that I really like. So I locked it in. And those are it. Those are my two favorite college football bets. Connecticut at Michigan over 59.5. Western Kentucky at Indiana under 62.5. Both bets found using OddsJam, using the positive expected value page. So go check it out. And make sure, like I mentioned, track your bets. The bet tracker is completely free, so you can use it of no cost. You can go ahead and track all your bets, see your profit, see your loss, see where you need to be a little bit better, and that's it. So enjoy the college football Saturday. Would appreciate it if you guys could like the video, subscribe to the OddsJam YouTube channel, all that good stuff. But other than that, appreciate you guys watching, and have a good one.